Did you know there's a place where dying is illegal and polar bears outnumber people? Welcome to Longyearbyen, the northernmost town on Earth, located on the icy archipelago of Svalbard in the Arctic Ocean, just 300 kilometers from the North Pole. Longyearbyen is part of Norway, but stepping into this town feels like stepping onto another planet. With a population of around 20,400, it is one of the most remote and mysterious human settlements on Earth. The town experiences extreme conditions. 4 months of darkness during the polar night, followed by 4 months of non-stop sunlight during the polar day. There's no sunrise or sunset, just endless night, and then endless day. But the most astonishing fact? It's illegal to die in Longyearbyen. This isn't folklore, it's a real, enforced policy. The town's permafrost, a permanently frozen layer of ground, prevents bodies from decomposing. In the 1990s, researchers exhumed bodies of people who had died during the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic and found traces of the virus still alive. Fearing the possible reactivation of ancient diseases, officials made burials illegal. If you're terminally ill, you must be flown to mainland Norway to spend your final days. Even if someone dies suddenly, their body must be transported off the island. You simply can't be buried here. And that's not the only unusual rule. Cats are banned in Longyearbyen. The reason? To protect local bird populations that are uniquely vulnerable in the Arctic environment. This is one of the few places in the world where the absence of domestic cats is an environmental protection law. Here's another surprising rule. Everyone must carry a rifle when leaving town. Why? Because polar bears roam freely across the island. There are over 3,000 polar bears on Svalbard, more than the human population. While they don't usually come into town, any walk into the surrounding wilderness poses a real danger. The law requires that anyone traveling outside the settlement must carry protection, and signs at the town's edge warn visitors in multiple languages. Do not go beyond this point without a firearm. Despite these extreme conditions, Longyearbyen is remarkably international. People from over 50 countries live here, and it has a unique community spirit. There's even a university, restaurants serving Thai and international cuisine, galleries, and a cinema. But life here is not for the faint of heart. There are no trees, no real roads to the rest of the world, and no hospitals capable of performing serious surgery. Groceries are expensive, and winters are long and silent. Perhaps the most impressive structure on Svalbard is the Global Seed Vault, also known as the Doomsday Vault. Located just outside Longyearbyen, this facility is carved deep into the mountain to store backup copies of the world's crop seeds. In case of global catastrophe, war, natural disasters, or disease, the vault protects the genetic future of humanity's food supply. And here's something truly strange. You're not officially allowed to be born in Longyearbyen either. Because of limited medical facilities, pregnant women are required to fly to the mainland weeks before their due dates. It's one of the very few places in the world where birth and death are both outsourced. Living in Longyearbyen comes with unusual challenges. The internet is limited, and food supplies are dependent on weekly cargo ships or flights. During the darkest months, people suffer from seasonal depression, and during the brightest, from insomnia. Yet many choose to stay. Why? Residents speak of an incredible silence, a bond between people that only isolation can create. Children sled down the town's hills with views of glaciers in the distance. In winter, the skies are painted with the dancing lights of the aurora borealis. And in summer, the midnight sun casts a surreal golden hue over the tundra. Longyearbyen feels like the last frontier. A place where human resilience meets the full force of nature. It's a town of scientists, miners, artists, and adventurers, each drawn by something different. Solitude, beauty, curiosity, or escape. To visit Longyearbyen is to question everything we take for granted. Light, time, community, and even the boundary between life and death. It's not just the northernmost town in the world, it might be the most extraordinary. If you want even more interesting stories, subscribe to the channel.